your 6-word memoir, we're going to add an image to it. So it's going to look a lot more like what was in the sample presentation video that appears before this in this unit. I'm going to show you one way to do this and one way to submit it to me. There are many ways to do it. You can upload it as an assignment. You can do it in regular PowerPoint. You could do it in Paint. You can use Photoshop if you're familiar with any of those tools. You're welcome to use any of them. But one of the initiatives that the district is pushing right now is the use of Google accounts and Google Apps, which you were given at the beginning of the school year. So I'm going to show you how to use the presentation tool in Google to create this assignment and to share it with me. So go to Google first of all. You can choose it from the homeschool page. If you're at the homeschool page, you're going to go to Google Docs. Down here, if this is closed, it'll say Google Apps for Education. Click on that. It opens up these sub menu items. You're going to click on Google Docs and the Google page is going to come up. If your account isn't already listed here, then click on Add an Account and it will allow you to give your email address and your password. I'm already here, so I'm going to click on my account and type in my password and get into my Google Docs account. You're going to come over here and hit Create, and we're going to create a presentation. I like the presentation tool for manipulating images because it's fairly easy to use. It allows a little more flexibility with altering images that sometimes doesn't work as well in the documents form. But again, if you have means of doing this that is much more comfortable for you, please feel free to use that option. So I'm going to choose Simple Light because I really just want a white background. I'm more interested in the image itself and the imposition of the 6-word memoir phrase on top of it than I am in creating an overall artistic piece here. I'm going to click OK. That gives me my frame. If you've worked with PowerPoint, you're familiar with this setup. Pretty much the same in Google Docs. Maybe not as many bells and whistles, but certainly everything that you need is here. I'm going to go back out into the internet. I have a tab up here. I could go over here and open a tab, but for the sake of time and convenience, I already have an image that I selected from the internet. So up here is my image. I have isolated it. I clicked on the image so that all I'm looking at on my screen is the image instead of the web page or whatever, but you can probably do it just from a web page. If you're on a PC, you're going to right click. If you're on a Mac, you're going to 2-finger click on your trackpad. So you'll press 2 fingers down simultaneously, and that will give you the same menu that the PC right click will give you. Go down to Save Image As. And yes, I know sometimes you can copy, sometimes you can just click and drag. But because I'm not in a separate window, that doesn't work as well. And I've tried the copy image, doesn't exactly work. So I'm going to save my image. Save my image as, here is the name of the file itself that someone already created. It's a JPEG, so you can already see that it's in picture format. You need a JPEG or a PNG or another picture file for this really to work well. And I'm already saving it into my creative writing file, which I had already created. So I'm saving this. You can see it downloaded. I have it now. I'm going back to my untitled presentation and I'm going to insert an image. Now I can click and drag, or I can actually go search for it to choose an upload. So if I choose an upload, go to my documents where I saved my image. Mine's under Virtual Academy and my creative writing files. And here is my picture. And there it appears. I want to enlarge it because I want it to be as big as it possibly can be. So I move it and then I grab the corners and I can change the size of it. I'm actually extending the size of it a little bit. This is the main part here. This is the part of the image that I want visible, is the flower with the hand. So I can give up a little bit of what's on the bottom here to allow me to have a slightly bigger image. I can't really effectively fill this particular screen with this image because it will stretch it and it won't look appropriate. And quite honestly, I don't care for that. I don't like overstretched images just for the sake of filling a space. I like an image that at least looks like what it's supposed to be. So now I have my image. I need to put my 6-word memoir over top of it. And if you recall, my 6 words are caring for them ages me daily. So I'm going back here. I think I can make that just a little bit bigger. Now, if I click on the back here, this is where my text boxes are. So I'm going to use the smaller one because I don't need the title up here. And in here, I'm going to type caring for them ages me daily, period. I can't see my letters. They're not on top of my picture. So what I need to do is click on the picture again, 2-finger click, click order, or if you're on a PC, the right mouse button, but click to order, send backward because I'm sending the picture back. That brings my letters forward. They're still not in the picture and they're of a color that isn't really showing up the way I want it to. So I'm going to highlight the whole thing and I'll go up here to my text color and I'm going to change the text to black. I'm going to bold it so it really stands out a little more. And then I'm going to hit my space bar so that everything is on the picture itself. I'm going to move it down just, well, actually maybe I'll move it up a little bit because having it on the flesh color makes it stand out a little bit more. And I can move it over with my arrow keys. I can grab it when I get the crosshatch there. I can actually grab the text box and move it around. Click off of it. Click on this text box back here because I don't like that. I don't want that back there. And there we go. Caring for them ages me daily. There I have my 6-word memoir imposed on my image that I have chosen. 2 things that you need to do yet. First of all, I need to cite where I got this picture from. For the purposes of this class, the only thing you need to do is copy, Control C, edit copy, go back here, go to your notes, Command V, there's my website. So I have cited the source of my picture. I've saved this. Now, the only thing I have left to do is go back into my docs page. I have to share this now because right now only I can see it. And that's all nice and well that only you can see it, but that's not going to help you get this assignment to me. So what you have to do is click up here on share. Oh, it wants a name. I forgot to give it a name. So here's my 6-word memoir. Save the name. And then here's the address it's at. Here's me. I own it. I'm the one who has access to it. Your name's going to appear here. You're going to invite me. And my email address is very long, but once you type it in one time, it will always show up automatically as soon as you start typing it. So you really only need to type it the first time. Please be careful of the spelling. It's SUSANNE-RASELY-PHILIPPS at esasd.net. Send that to me. And make sure you go back in here you change this to not only private, but to specific people that you identify as sharing with. And then you can send it to anyone. If you make something that's really cool and you like it, then you can send it to a lot of people. Save that. Now, I'm done. You have shared it with me. Your assignment's completed. I will get an email of it. You have submitted what you need to submit. Adding a picture to it just adds dimension. It adds depth. When you're picking your picture, which one you like, think about things like color, think about symbolism, think about culture, think about how it's representative. I chose this picture because the flower to me symbolized growth, which is my children. The hands symbolize the aging process that I feel myself going through and am in fact going through as I raise my children. So I looked for that contrast and that balance in the image that complemented my phrase, and that's exactly what you want to do. Again, if you have questions, email me. Good luck, and I'll be waiting to see what you come up with.